Okay, so today we're going to look at how to say something to a trusted adult when we see that maybe our friends aren't doing very well and they're showing signs or signals. Do you guys remember what some of the signs and signals were that we studied last week or the week before?
Yeah.
What do you remember, Josiah?
They may like post or say something.
So first we're going to watch this video.
Funeral is being held this morning in Florida for Rebecca Sedgwick. The sixth grader committed suicide last week. Authorities say she suffered nearly a year of cyberbullying.
They say he attacked another 14-year-old on Thursday as he was walking home from school.
A high school football favorite opens fire in a cafeteria, killing one and injuring others.
Supposedly he tweeted about it last night. No one took it serious. I think he said that he was going to bring a gun to school. And I think everyone just kind of blew it off like he was joking.
Minutes before firing his gun into a crowded cafeteria, sent family members a text message.
The latest crime involves Apex High, where a student is accused of tweeting a threat to shoot up the school.
I think that's the one thing that stood out to me the most thinking about that, because the sixth grader is pretty young, right? Pretty young. And cyberbullying happens all the time, right? And we've talked about that before. And you guys know, because a lot of you guys deal with it on a regular basis, okay? And it's actually not okay. At our school, it's a zero tolerance for cyberbullying, and if something like that is actually happening to you, you probably should report it so that we can help you make it stop. Does that make sense? Okay, we're going to look at Katie's story. Thank you for reading that. Who wants to read the first paragraph of Katie's story? Stephen, nice and loud.
Katie's one of those kids. Back when she was 8, she had to transfer to a different school in Prince George's Country, MD, in the middle of the year. At recess, I didn't have any friends to play with, she recalls. I would make an excuse to stay inside with the teachers and finish extra work or do extra credit.
Next paragraph. Chad?
Katie's last name is not used to protect her privacy. She's been diagnosed with
Bulimia?
bulimia and depression. She says that in 2 short months she went from being an honor roll student to failing. She put on weight. Others kids called her fat. She began cutting herself with a razor every day, and she missed a ton of school.
All right, next paragraph. Let me scroll down really quick. Volunteer? Melanie, thank you.
I felt like every single day was a bad day, she says. She felt like nobody wanted to help her. She felt like she was invisible to the teachers. Every year of high school was horrible for Kate. She told her therapist she wanted to die and was admitted to the hospital. During this time, she says not a single principal or teacher or counselor ever asked her one simple question: what's wrong?
Getting help and excited for life. I'm going to read that paragraph. Katie says things started to turn around for her when she met a nurse at the Children's National Health System in Washington, D.C., who finally showed interest in what was wrong. Now Katie has begun college and wants to be a pediatric nurse. I'm doing a lot better now, she says. Obviously, I'm a lot happier. I'm excited for school, I'm excited to graduate, and I'm excited for life. So what I want you guys to do at your table groups is I want you guys to talk about the warning signs, the signals, and the threats that you recognized in her story, and I want you guys to write them on your paper. The warning signs, the signals, and the threats that you recognize in her story. What warning signs, signals, and threats did you recognize in the story? Josiah.
One signal was she started staying inside to avoid people.
Okay, what were you going to say, Diego? Did you have something to share? A sign? A warning signal?
She was skipping school.
Yep, she was skipping school. What happened to her grades, you guys?
She went from being really doing good, straight A's, to failing.
She went from being an
honor student. Chad, please be respectful. Yep. This is really serious stuff, so I want us to take it serious when we're talking about it. All right, here are some questions I'm going to ask you guys. How did you feel about the story? I want you guys to actually talk about that in your table groups. How did you feel about the story? Go. Anyone, your feelings? Erin.
It was sad at the beginning, and she was going through some tough times.
Right.
And then it got better towards the end.
How did it get better?
She was excited for life, excited to graduate, and excited to move on.
What was it? What made the switch for her? What happened that made the switch for her to go from having a hard time to having a really excitement, to being really excited about life?
Therapy. Yeah, she went to therapist.
Therapy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's told the therapist.
She met a nurse at Philippines National Health System. No,
She met someone at the hospital, right?
Oh.
Who showed interest in her and actually asked her what was wrong, and she got help, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
Next question. And we're just going to talk about it all group because when I tried to have you guys talk in your groups, it didn't really go well. Chad, put your hand down for a second. If you knew Katie, what would you do to be an upstander? If you knew Katie, what would you do? Remember, an upstander is someone who sticks up for that person, does something to help that person, doesn't just watch what's happening like a bystander, but actually does something to help. So what would you do? Go ahead and just share out to me what you do. Chad?
Try to get her the help she needs. Just
who would you talk to?
School counselor, maybe.
Okay, that would be
staff, like the office or something.
Okay. All of those people are good people to go to for stuff. What about you, Josiah? What were you gonna say?
I would like ask her what's wrong, and then like talk to her about it.
You would just be her friend, go talk to her about it.
Yeah.
Bring it out in the open. Bring it into the light. Okay. The next question is, who would you reach out to? Someone already said counselor, office people. Yes.
A trusted adult.
Yeah. Who are the other trusted adults that we've learned about in the last couple of weeks? Aiden?
Like teachers.
Teachers are trusted adults sometimes. Sometimes you guys feel like you can talk to your teachers and talk to them about things that you trust. Sometimes you don't. Yes.
Doctors.
Yeah, your doctor that you go to. What about your parents?
Yeah.
You know, for me, I always like to talk to my grandparents. My grandparents are my people. They're the ones that I feel really safe with, that I can talk to.
It's not about discussion. Going back to the other one, maybe if while her parents like maybe picking her up, try to like bring them to the side and like tell them, you know, what's happening and how she's feeling lately. And you could try to like go to them and try to work things out, like get to the
Yeah, if this is your really good friend and you know her parents really well, you might even feel more comfortable to just go talk to her parents about it. Yes.
What if she was in a situation where like her parents didn't really believe or care or just couldn't like
Then you wouldn't want to go to them in that situation, right? Yeah. So what would you say though to this trusted adult? What would you actually say? Diego.
Tell them about her and her problems.
Yeah. Anything else? What if you went to her and you were like, this is usually how I approach people when I'm really worried about them. I usually say, hey, can we talk about something? It's really important. And then I usually say, I'm really worried about you. I've noticed lately that, you know, you haven't been doing, I do this with my students a lot. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but I do this with my students. And I'll be like, I've noticed lately that you're tired all the time. You're falling asleep in my class. You haven't been eating. Is there something going on? Is there something going on that I need to know about? And most of the time, my students will tell me what's going on. But you guys are the ones that see everything happening all the time. You guys know way more about what's going on than I ever know between all of the kids because of your cell phones, right? Your social media that you guys have, your gaming that you guys do, all of those things, you know more about what's going on with each other than any of the adults do. So that's why it is really important that when you know something's wrong with one of your friends and you know they need help, that you do what? What's the whole theme?
Say something.
That you say something.
Okay, class, so today we're going to be starting with multiplication and fractions. Turn to page 76. Kitty?
Can I use the bathroom?
That's the third time today.
I know.
Sure, go ahead. Okay, guys, looks like it's time for a recess.
I'm really concerned about Katie.
Yeah, her grades have been going down really low.
Yeah, and I heard her throwing up in the bathroom earlier.
She usually gets all straight A's in her tests.
Yeah, I think we should tell someone.
Who should we tell?
Maybe we could tell, like, Miss Addison or...
Maybe the guidance counselor.
Yeah.
Maybe my mom.
Yeah. Maybe we could tell, her parents.
Yeah.
Or maybe Miss Addison, because she's closer.
Yeah.
For right now.
I think we
She's
should
more
go
comfortable.
do that. Yeah, I think we should go do that.